NLC president did not commit any terrorism or murder charge. Drop it. Drop it. So you don't bring people back to the street and create confusion for the president. If you want to help President Tinubu, you go and chase out those bandits in the forest. You go and find out why crude oil is still being stolen. You don't help President Buhari by inviting Nigerian Labour Congress president and accusing him of terrorism and murder and treason. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! There's serious issues. Stop it! If you don't know what people are doing, they need people leave the place. The president needs help. There's insecurity. People are not farming. That's why there's economic hardship. That's why price of food products produce are high. This is the real terrorism. That is the real arson. That is the real terror. That is the real murder that you need to deal with. Not Comrade Ajero, the president of Nigerian Labour Congress.
Good morning, viewers. There is no doubt that Tinubu's administration want to jail and weaken the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajero. Over the time, Joe Ajero is not a kind of labor leader that is even troubling Tinubu. Joe Ajero is always aligning with Tinubu, defending the masses, the workers, in little bits. But recently, during the End Bad Governance protest, Ajero and the Nigerian Labour Congress made it known to Tinubu that we are standing with the masses. And that triggers, the anger of the presidency, and they started looking for one way or the other to come against him. They raided his office with police or with the Department of State Service, and thereafter they are charging him with treason, financing terrorism, and so on and so forth. Now, people may not understand what is going on, but this is this. There is a game plan going on in Nigeria, and the federal government is afraid that the Nigerian Labour Congress is part of the game plan to, carry out a massive resistance against the government through protests that is not going to be announced. The intelligence got it, and they thought maybe Nigerian Labour Congress is part of them, and they want to hunt it down. But you know what? I am happy the way Nigerians are standing together. I've never seen this kind of cooperation before. Nigerian Labour Congress is now gaining more support from many activists, House of Rep members, Nigerian Lawyers Association, Nigerian Bar Association, Nigerian Abuja Lawyers Association. Everybody is now backing them up. I think federal government is now realizing that the battle line has been drawn between the people and the government. Listen to what Okocha said.
The NLC president did not commit any terrorism or murder charge. Drop it. Drop it. So you don't bring people back to the street and create confusion for the president. If you want to help President Tinubu, you go and chase out those bandits in the forest. You go and find out why crude oil is still being stolen. You don't help President Buhari by inviting Nigerian Labour Congress president and accusing him of terrorism and murder and treason. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! There's serious issues. Stop it! If you don't know what people are doing, they need people leave the place. The president needs help. There's insecurity. People are not farming. That's why there's economic hardship. That's why price of food products produce are high. This is the real terrorism. That is the real arson. That is the real terror. That is the real murder that you need to deal with. Not Comrade Ajero, the president of Nigerian Labour Congress. I think I have to. The country is at a difficult moment now. Economic challenges, security challenges. To invite one of the shining light that have been in the defense of interests of workers, interests of the Nigerian people, will be seen to be provocative and challenging. And I don't think Nigerians will want to accept that at this moment. Let's not do something that will reignite another round of Arab Spring or another African Spring or crisis, because you may think you're playing with something and then you go there to do it, and then workers on the street and Nigerians on the street, and then this thing blows out of what you thought you were going to do with invite him. So I think this invitation is not, I don't see any basis for that, because I know Comrade Ajero very closely, and I can tell you that Ajero is not involved in any terrorist plot. Ajero is not involved in any terrorism plot. Ajero is not involved in any murder charge. And like I said before, based on personal experience, I have been charged for murder, I've been charged for terrorism, I've been charged for arson, I've been charged for sedition, I've been charged for all these things. And that's why I never for one day got worried, because I know these are baseless charges. These are charges that is emanating from a rule book operated by the likes of Nkurunziza of Burundi, or Mobutu Sese Seko of Zaire, or Paul Biya of Cameroon, or Yedema of Togo, and so on and so forth. I think, it's provocative. We're trying to find a way to maintain stability now. We're trying to find a way to navigate through these economic challenges so that unrest can calm down. We're trying to find a way to, to ensure that there's increased revenue and so on and so forth. I think the police force should use that energy to find out what is going with our oil production, what the oil thieves are doing, what is leading to drop in crude oil production that has affected revenue drastically, which is now increasing insecurity, terrorism, and other activities. They should focus on how to generate revenue so that the federal government can be able to pay the new minimum wage. They should focus on how to wipe out the bandits and the criminal elements holding different forests and different travel routes. Today, people cannot even travel on the highway. So if you have a police force that knows that their hands are filled up with a lot of challenges that they have been unable to address in the last few months, and then that police force now have free time to invite the president of Nigerian Labour Congress over terrorism, over murder, over arson, over treason, I think we should not be joking with everything. Issues of terrorism, issues of murder should not be used for joke. And I would advise the police force, based on personal experience, you don't do it because that degrades, denigrates the police force. It's not necessary because I've had that personal experience. You people should not be allowing yourself to be dragged into this political issue. Police force should be meant for maintaining law and order and fighting for the interests of the people, not any group of people. You don't need to like my face. You can even bring new charges if you want. But what I'm trying to say in effect is that we should not joke with the Nigerian police force. We should be aiming to be like police force in Germany, police force in the LPD, NYPD, even Ghana police force. They don't get involved in, if somebody is criticizing government, the next thing you slam him with terrorism charge. If somebody says the president's head is black instead of white, to slam him with murder and sedition. Please stop it. So I want the police force to withdraw. And I'm speaking and I'm saying this on behalf of the opposition coalition. I want the police force to drop their invitation. Withdraw it. There's no need for all this garagara. Just withdraw it. Ajero did not NLC president did not commit any terrorism or murder charge. Drop it. Drop it. So you don't bring people back to the street and create confusion for the president. If you want to help President Tinubu, you go and chase out those bandits in the forest. You go and find out why crude oil is still being stolen. You don't help President Buhari by inviting Nigerian Labour Congress president and accusing him of terrorism and murder and treason. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! There's serious issues. Stop it! If you don't know what people are doing, they need people leave the place. The president needs help. There's insecurity. People are not farming. That's why there's economic hardship. That's why price of food products produce are high. This is the real terrorism. That is the real arson. That is the real terror. That is the real murder that you need to deal with. Not Comrade Ajero, the president of Nigerian Labour Congress. It's not the cause of the problem. If NLC have even participated actively in the last protest, there wouldn't be peace by now. They should even be commended for managing the process. So what are you trying to do? To cow them? This is not Nkurunziza's Burundi or Pobia's Cameroon. So we should get done with this. So as opposition, we are telling you there's serious issues to discuss. There's serious issues to deal with. So we don't want to have problem with anybody. So please, I'm urging the Inspector General of Police. He's a fine police officer. Don't let your era be known with what we used to have when transmission and all the other ones that were there. No. You are well schooled and well mannered. Don't get involved in that. Don't allow yourself to get involved in that. The biggest thing you can do for the president that I know you love is to find a way to energize the police force to go after all these criminal elements in different parts of the country so that our mothers can go to the farm, so that our people can travel on the highway. Christmas is coming, people may not travel, people are not even coming to the country. So there will be limited FS inflow. These are things that need to be addressed. Not to invite Joe Ajero. Please, whosoever that designed that does not wish Tinubu well. He just wants crisis. He just wants crisis. Okay, if you want to be honest and publish the allegation of the terrorists, let's see and analyze your facts. Let's see the evidence. If you're proud of what you're doing, let the police publish the evidence of the allegation of terrorism against him. Let's analyze it. Because I'm talking from personal experience. If I'm not dealt with you people, I've seen how, wicked and evil people who are supposed to defend the law can be. And how criminal also. I was charged for murder. I was charged for terrorism. I was charged for arson. I was charged for treason. Things I didn't know anything about. So I'm not proud when I see somebody of that nature being dragged the same path I know I have been to. Where are those evidences now? Because somebody somewhere did not like my face and he wanted to put me out of circulation. Our police force should have dignity. We should be, we travel abroad. All of you travel abroad. You go to America, you see how decent, even though not perfect, but you can see how decent some of these police force are. They don't get involved in opposition leader or NLC president in US or in Germany being charged for treason and murder. Whenever a treason charge or murder charge is preferred, the prima facie evidence is always clear. So you don't play with it. Everything must not be used for joke. And if you like the president, like I said before, you go and fix this insecurity that we can't even travel on the highway. We cannot even have food. So if you don't do it, there may be future uprisings. And you leave those issues and you're chasing, who do you think you can intimidate with that? Nigeria is at a tipping moment. Any little thing, like the ground is already, sprayed with gasoline. Any little thing can inflame. So we need to douse tension, not escalate it. And that's on that ground I'm saying the opposition is asking the Inspector General of Police to withdraw the invitation extended to the NLC president. And if there is any evidence of involvement in terrorism, probably let us see it. Because we don't believe there's any evidence that is compelling to warrant that, other than somebody wants to intimidate him. And maybe for those who don't know, Nigeria cannot be intimidated. Most of us involved in these advocates for better society cannot be intimidated with those charges. It doesn't matter even if you put us 100 years in prison, it does not change anything. So please don't inflame the situation and don't escalate this crisis. So on that ground, I'm calling on the president to direct the police force, if they are not listening clearly to me, to withdraw the invitation extended to Joe Ajaero, and let's stop this.